Hi, Dave Snyder here. It is the 28th, barely, of June 2016, and I'm just going to go through a bunch of my stuff. I've got some pictures pulled up here, and we're just going to go through. I'm just going to click on them as I go. I don't even know what these are. These ones that are untitled, your guess is as good as mine at what's going to pop up at every one. I'm telling you, I don't know. I have no idea. There might be a couple down along the way that I might remember or something, but that's going to be way down here. But these ones here that are untitled, I haven't got a clue. You know what I mean? So, anyways, this one here, I just brought this one up. I didn't know what it was going to be either, and I just brought it up. And first, I brought up this this picture. Where the hell is it? It's got to be up here, or no, it might be further down. Yeah, it's further down. I gotta find that sucker. That's so that I can. It's way up here, I think. Oh yeah, it's gonna be way up here. I just brought it up too. I can't remember where it was. But anyways, we'll get there in a second. Just chill. Hold on. We'll get there. It's coming. It should be right in here somewhere. It's coming. Right here. Probably start the video over or something if I have to. Come on. Oh, here we go. Sweets. Okay, so this is a image. Let's see, the date is 2015, March 26th, 2015. So it's over a year old. And it's just overlaid over the spot where I was building for a long time. This is a spot where I was building this the supercontinent, basically. Basically, it starts with the moon pattern fitting here, and then I'm just building all the weather patterns that I find that have this circular pattern, the Schrodinger pattern, and the lunar south pole pattern, and Mare Oriental. I stacked them all in the same place. Like 2 years ago, I started doing that, and these are all stacked in one place. And I showed the videos as I was doing all this, and I don't know, they must not be getting watched, or I might have privatized them or something. I have no idea. I don't get any comments on them or anything anymore. But anyways, so I brought this up first, this picture here, and then I said, okay, well, got to bring up the lunar south pole, which is up here a little bit more. Not too far though. Right up here. Right here. Okay, so there's the lunar south pole flipped over backwards over the Earth, over this weather pattern, right? And you can see the similarities. You see what I'm saying? Look at this crater here. Look at this crater, these two craters here and this one here, how they all seem to have their little marking, you know what I mean? And this isn't a very good example, really. It's not that great of an example. But we also have this crater here, which is right over India, right there, which could, I showed earlier in a video, there's definitely a round spot right there, and it's right here in India that has something to do. It's one of these craters on the moon or it creates more than one crater on the moon. Earlier I showed it with these two, but it could be this one too. I mean, there's many alignments that you're going to get with these. There's many configurations, and they're not all right all the time, but they're mostly always right. They're in the area somewhere. Definitely in the area somewhere. They all have some validity to them. So there's one. So that shows Schrodinger right over this, all of the Middle East right here, right? Or Central Asia. That's what it is, Central Asia. Right there. See that? That's pretty interesting. Perfect circle. And this was after they started fucking up the weather, because it was, after they started adding this white stuff to it that wasn't there before it. This is like one of their most recent downgrades. Okay, so then I brought up, I got other ones. Then I brought up, okay, this one here was up, right? And then I just started, I know what this one here is just Schrodinger by itself. And then right here we got, this came up. Now the reason why this is aligned this way, how this started out, was years ago. It's probably been close to 4 years ago, that right in this spot near Antarctica, right here in this location, I had the weather on one day. And see how it's all well, not it's not that great around the whole thing, but you see how it's all, looks natural here, but it don't look natural here at all in this spot right here. See that? How they're fucking with the spot right here? That's the spot that I'm showing you right now in Antarctica. And what it showed in that spot years ago when I first noticed it was the perfect Schrodinger pattern. I mean, absolutely perfect. That's why they downgraded the weather, people. I'm not even joking about that. This showed right here on Google Earth, in the weather, in the clouds, the perfect lunar or Schrodinger pattern. Just absolutely perfect. There was no getting around it. This spot right here that I'm showing you, right here. It showed the the Schrodinger pattern perfectly, and it was in this direction as well. Now watch. When I looked at it, when I seen it here next to Antarctica, it was exactly like this, configured this way with this. This right here was all in the places where I have it right here, where it shows it right in here. That's where I seen it all. It was this configuration. Now check it out. With just this lined up, just the Schrodinger crater lined up with this part of Antarctica, and this is the rock structure. This is not the, but look how it fits when I line that Schrodinger crater up. Just that, and then watch the rest of it fit. Just watch. You see what I'm saying? Now, I mean, I don't even know where that picture of that. I must have saved it. I know I had to save that weather pattern, but I have 2 hard drives that I've been booting from since I started doing this, and it's probably on my other hard drive in my folder of pictures in that one somewhere. But I haven't been through that in so long because I've got this other hard drive I'm working with now for the past 3 or 4 years, and that's where it's all at now. So, but I know I have it. I know I got a video showing it somewhere too. I'm sure I do, because I did make a video about it showing it. It was beautiful. I mean, it showed it clearly. And that when I put this here, this was like a year or 2 after I'd first seen it. And I mean, it's just, you can see, come on now. This is the lunar South Pole, and this is the Earth's South Pole. You really think that they look that similar? I mean, you can see that the Schrodinger pattern fits right in there. And that's why you're seeing it like you're seeing it now. That's why you're seeing it that way. How I just showed it to you. Now we're gonna move past this in a minute. Let's skip past this. I just want you to see it. Where the hell did it go? Right here. Okay, I mean, you see how the weather looks now, how they're doing it now. I mean, look at the weather, and then look at it. All looks pretty normal around here until you get to this spot and you zoom in on this spot, and then it looks all unnatural. You see the lines crisscrossing and shit in there. Okay, well, that's not natural. None of this is really natural, because this whole thing, if you look at it right, it's going to show you exactly what I just showed you with the moon picture. They're going to, if they showed you the actual weather in detail, which they've done. When I first started doing this, it was really detailed. It was really nice. I mean, you can still see they're letting some stuff slip through. Sure they are. But I've seen a lot of things that you don't see anymore. When I first started doing this, I'd seen a lot of things you do not see. Because of doing these overlays, they've taken it away. They've downgraded the weather. I swear that I've watched them shut down Google Earth weather right after a major event and lock it on the same cloud picture for 10 days. I got videos showing it. The same exact cloud pattern for 10 days. The only thing that would change would be the radar over North America, because they only show the radar here in this is another thing. They only show the radar for here and here. Why not the rest of the country? Because these are the allies. They own the same thing. I mean, it's all part of one thing. Britain and Europe and all this. You know what I mean? Bunch of crooks, Nazis, actually. Not the citizens, but the people that run it. You know what I mean? So anyways, get past that. Get back down here where I was building. So, back up there to the lunar South Pole. Because I'm just going to go down the list, and we're just going to check it out. Some of them will be something that I probably don't remember, so we'll just move on past that. Okay, so lunar South Pole, we were here. Now we're going to just click the next one. Nah, that's probably nothing. That's not worth looking at, I don't think. That's just an overlay of over Australia. And I don't know what this is here. Let's see what we were doing that day. See, somewhere I have a east coast of Mare Oriental overlay, and that's probably where that one was going that day. And I could bring it up, but it'd take too much time to dig it up. I want to try and stay in this area, but it's going to be hard to do that because I did other things too. Oop, what was that? Oh, where was? Oh, that's Japan right there. Looks like Japan, right? The Himalayan curve. Oh yeah, that puts this. See, this is an important thing. These big seas right here, the Caspian and the Black Sea, and that desert right here that I'm showing right here, the desert. These are all created by a volcano. That the landmass drifted over the top of this like mantle plume and created this one, many of, basically created the continents on the Earth as drifted over that spot. A continent would be built, and it would just keep on moving off, and another one would be built, and then they would break apart, something like that. But they all started in one hole. It all starts in one hole. There's Japan, the edge of Japan right there. And this is the curve of the Himalayas, which is part of a major thing. So there's that. That's why that's there. Moving along. Okay, so here's what's this one? India. Now this one here, it's just one of them ones that, because Schrodinger fits really well inside this bay right here, Bay of Bengal. Fits really good in there, so I just put that there, and it does fit really good right here too. Schrodinger fits really good right here, and all around the planet, all around the entire planet. Schrodinger and the lunar south pole will fit really well. So let's just move on. That's not a big deal. There's another alignment where it's got some weather there. There's the same alignment basically over the lunar south pole. And Schrodinger might be just a little, it's a little different because it's missing part of it or something. Aitken Moon. This is something that we'll get into as we go further. We'll get a better one of that. Aitken Earth. Let's see what this one shows. Yeah, that's I was real iffy on that Aitken at that time, but I picked it up later on. We'll get there. I find it later. There's another East Coast pattern. That's not a big deal. We'll get there. I mean, it's all a big deal, but we'll get there. Oh, look at this. This is that one that this is the first place I think I put this picture. It was right here. And this one I end up doing later in the right location. This is I don't really see this too well there, but I moved it to a different place later, and it was more accurate. A lot of trial and error, you get a lot of trial and error. This one I don't know what the hell I was doing that. It could be anything. It's definitely something, because one thing leads me to another. That's usually. Oh, there's the same one. I don't know what this one is. Good one, huh? I found the right one for this, so this is not a good one anymore. I'll leave it there anyway. What the hell was I doing? Okay, I'll almost get to that one where that one goes. Anyways, here's one that's just miscellaneous. Shitmo, Old Africa. We'll get there. Okay. I'll show you that one in a minute. It corrects it all. Oh, that's not going to go there, I don't think. It could, but it's not enough to work with. Okay, here's that one. The one where I said I get it right later. Okay, this is where I get it right. This is the right alignment right here. Showed us recently. This goes right here. This weather from Europe, as you can see, there's Portugal, and this is Europe right here, and there's Africa right there, right? Well, in this picture, I got it all aligned here, where it once was at one time. That weather matches the surface of the Earth there, and then I've got other ways to prove it. Like I can bring up this other one of Mare Oriental, and it'll fit perfect. Watch, it's coming right now. It's coming up right here. No, that's not the same one. That's not the right one. Hold on, I have to go way down here to do it. I think I have it saved. Let's just do it. Should be right here. Right. Dang, I've done a lot of overlays, I'm telling you. All good. Oops. Come on. Okay, right up here. Right here. Where's it at? See, it fits this one here. Fits this impact crater right here where I have this set up. Really nice. Except you see Africa right there, but you just got to take that out of the picture. I mean, I know you think, why? How can you take that out of the picture? It's in the picture, but you just got to. We're looking at this spot here, right here, which is in Europe, and I have it next to Africa. And we already know that Africa's been, connected to the west coast or the east coast of North America, and so was Europe. It was, all connected at one time. If I would take anything out of this picture, it'd be Africa right here, probably, but I'm not sure about that. Actually, this picture of the crater is aligned to that part of Africa, so maybe not. Okay, let's just move on. Where am I? Oh boy. I mean, I've done a lot of overlays. Just so many. And some of them are just absolutely right on, but a lot of them aren't. You got to try things, and then you just don't, and you end up not deleting them, is what the problem ends up being. This is the Great Lakes, I think, or is that the Great Lakes? I think this is over North America. I think those are the Great Lakes right behind this. Pretty sure there's a Superior. Oh, right here, the Great Lakes are right here. But right here is the smiley face. The reason I saved this weather pattern is there's the smiley face, right? Which is right there. See the smiley face? Ooh, look at that. It's the exact same curve. Look at that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, so why did I put how is that important? The smiley face? Well, the smiley face is important because we see it right here. Ooh, you got to get the right picture of South America, but it is right here. I have it in another picture. I'll show you as we get up there. Might be this picture up here, I think. Here. Is this South America too? Wait. Okay, this is yeah, this is the right picture, isn't it? Yeah. See this am I comparing this to here? The smiley face. See, the smiley face is right here. Ooh, right there. Okay, so that's there. And I know it's not right on in this picture because this picture of South America was already set in place, and I don't want to change it it'll screw everything up. So you just kind of, sometimes you take a little bit off, just fudge it in later or whatever. You lay it down again or something another time, but you leave ones alone that are set. Like here's the center of the Great Lakes right here. This is this spot right here is actually Copernicus. If you line up Copernicus on the moon with this spot right here, it puts Imbrium right here, perfect. A big circular pattern on the moon that's only supposed to be some, this is like 3,000 miles right here. They say the moon's not even 3,000 miles. And that's why they say the moon's small. They say it's only 2,100 miles because they don't want you to compare it to the Earth. That's why. They lie. They think, oh, when you start doing it, everyone thinks you're crazy because they're trying to tell you the moon's not that big. Don't you know anything about the moon? I'm going, yeah, I know. That's what they say. The moon is only that big, but sorry, if the shoe fits, fucking wear it. What can I say? That's the way. That's just the way it is. If it fits all over the earth at the same size everywhere you put it, then it must be that size. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it's got to be that size because it's consistently bigger. It's like I can't put it in a place where it fits small and have it be accurate. Not to where I'm able to confirm it in 10 different ways. But this way, when it's large, it confirms itself every time. I don't have to confirm anything. But that's why that's there. So that puts the Great Lakes. See, the Great Lakes are right behind this, and you see that smiley face. So that must mean that the Great Lakes fit right in this area right here, right? Because there's the smiley face, and that means the Great Lakes will fit right in here. And I, at some point later, I was able to show that. Actually, I think I used that picture to do it. But it goes that the Great Lakes pattern is right here in the center. So that puts this together with this spot right here in North America. And it also puts it, together in other places too, because this stuff goes with other places. But anyways, I just want to point that out on that one. That's why I used the weather. The weather is a big key. It's the key to it all. The weather shows you more of the history of the Earth than anything else. That's all there is to it. So where's this picture? Down here, right? Right here. So here you go. What do we got next? Probably should move this up. Great Lakes again. I think this is a picture I used one time down there. I don't know why I put, because I probably got other stuff over there. Anyways, that's nothing. We'll just keep going. I mean, it's something there for some reason. But here we go. Here's where I started to. This is when I started to put this down here, but I ended up doing it later. I think further down and getting it more accurate. Because this one is looks like maybe it was this one. I think it was a different one. But you can see how that fits there. You can see it's definitely a pattern in there. Oh, this ain't the same. I got it better than this actually afterwards, much better. But I started doing the overlays there. See, it would be more below the happy face, like right in here. I think I got it aligned perfectly once. And it's in there some. Oh, maybe this is it. Who knows? Yeah. There's probably more than one configuration of it there. That's what I should be saying. Okay. Sometimes you got to try different maps. They don't show the same things other things show. Oh, here you go. Copernicus is right here. I'll bring that other one back up. It's hard to align this. This is not a good example of Copernicus, and this is like a drawing, I think, of the moon. But right there, when you look at the moon and you see the full moon and you see this big Imbrium crater, that's South America right there backwards, basically. Okay, so let's keep going. What else we got here? Oh, Africa. Topo of Africa. See, once you find all the spots where this is, that's what I'm basically looking for here is weather patterns that I say that show the... Oh, here's Mare Oriental in Africa. This is... Okay, now I know where I'm going here. So if I bring up Mo, right here, right here, coming up, right here. I got better ones of this too. But the Congo, right there, that's center of Mare Oriental, and it's more than that, but that's the one that fits the best, shows the best in the weather right there, Mare Oriental, and the Congo right there, the jungle, right there. And it shows better other times, this is just one of them times that I've brought up there, so we'll keep going. What we got here? Yeah, another one there, let's just keep going. I don't know what the heck that is. Oh, that's, I don't know what I was doing there. Oh yeah, the V, look. There's the Hawaiian Island chain, the V there. See it? Beautiful. And where was this at? This is, it's up by Greenland. So this is up there, up here, right here. I mean, you'll see South America's pattern more places than any other continent, I think. I mean, you'll see it turn sideways up here, South America pattern in the weather. You'll see it up here, and you can't miss it. I mean, it's a shape. Once you see this V shape in the weather, you can just put South America right in that place where you see this V. And I've showed it many times up here in North America, many times up there. So it definitely goes up there. South America. Like I say, it all comes from like the North Pole. I mean, shit was built at the poles, like from one hole. Things drift. You know, those holes are building shit. You can see even see the similarities in the weather here to the pattern inside South America. But this is from that. That's why they put that straight line there too, to fuck it up. But it does go there, and look what it does with this the lunar South Pole picture that I bring. What? Wait a minute, no line there. No, see, but remember, did I show that already? The South America and lunar South Pole? Maybe not. Let's see, lunar South Pole. That's up there already, and then perfect South America. That's right. Okay, so right here. See how I have that there? Schrodinger pattern. Okay, so you go back over there and you look at that, and that's basically showing the same thing. It's got the, you can see the circular pattern right in there, and you see the V showing. So it's a confirmation. It confirms things. That weather confirms things. Just seeing that circular pattern shows that this other one is probably right, because I'm showing South America with this thing in the same place, you know, well before that or after that, or well, believe me, well before that. I got ones with this here next to South America way up my list, so I know it's been many times I've had that there. So let's just keep going. What's next? Interesting one. That's interesting. Yeah, it's just a big Mare Oriental pattern. It's a pole spot, whatever you want to call it. Call it whatever. Okay, so here's what we got here. This is probably more of a Mare Oriental pattern. Let's take a look. Oh, that's not even up there yet. See, it wasn't even up there yet. Mare Oriental's next. Yeah, that one's, I don't know. I don't know about that one. Not too impressed by it. Another one. Antarctica. Kind of a shitty pattern. See, that doesn't go like that. This must have been doing something else with this one. We already seen how that one goes. Schrodinger goes right in there. But I put things with other things too while I'm doing this, so it's not all aligned in the same place all the time. I try different things. Here you go. That's a good one. I'm not sure if that one goes there, but it looked neat. Looked cool. Very interesting pattern, to say the very least. You know what I mean? That's an interesting pattern. Right there. I mean, you see that this. Oh, look at that's the egg. That's the Easter egg right there. And you see, where do you see it? Where the nor'easters take place. You know what I'm saying? The nor'easter. Okay, well, this is your Easter egg. Mare Moscoviensis pattern right there. Not that old either. I don't know when I saved it, but it's not that old. Oop. Okay, so this off. And there's part of the Eye of Horus, it looks like. This is the Colorado floods or something. I don't know when that was. Pretty nice picture, though. Okay, so that's kind of a neat one. Three Kings. Look at this. Whoa, that's how they used to show the weather. That's when the weather was good on Wonder Maps. Pretty good. It's probably lined with Mare Oriental more than this one. Let's see, right here. I think this Mare Oriental one, when I put it here, was not so accurate as I'd like it to be. But it does. I do get it right with some of them, anyways. So we'll just keep looking. But that's a nice Three Kings. I called it Three Kings. Nice pattern. And this is a nice pattern. I don't know about how well aligned it is, but it's a nice pattern. I don't think it's aligned to that picture. I think it's aligned to this one. Or maybe neither one. Lunar South Pole 2. One's a little bit off. See how this is the shorting. See how this is here. This we go a little bit lower. I probably have this aligned to Mare Oriental. Let's check. It's not aligned to it either. Huh. I should move it, because it's not aligned to either one. So, I'll move it to this one. I'll get it right now. You can see it already. I mean, it's just like right, boop, right here, right down. Just we'll see him save that picture. Fuckers. Let me see it fit right now. They hate it when I use these old pictures too, because they already tried to get rid of them. They did get rid of them, I should say. They're already gone. They don't show you hardly anything anymore. See that? There's the Schrodinger crater. Biggest day, man, right there in North America. Right there at the same place where we see the other Mare Moscovians. The egg would be right here. This would be the egg right here. But you can also see it, the same thing as the lunar south pole pattern right there. See this little spot right here? That goes with this shit right here. This spot right here is this crater here. You'll see that often in the old days, but not much in the weather today. It's just got to fit right. There we go. Look at him save see him save that. Now, how you think that's coincidence? Nah, not even. So that's a line now, as good as it needs to be. There it is, showing there, and you see what's here, right? When you look at North America, you see what's there. There's that curve, same thing you see like right here in South America is you see the same thing right here, and it's just another kind of a repeat deal. And so I put the Schrodinger. You can see the edge of Schrodinger right here, curve around, finishes around. And I don't know about the rest if it fits in there or not. We'll see. It might need a little adjustment. There it is again. See, this is before I started working with the Mare Moscovians very much. I wasn't working with the Mare Moscovians that much at this time. I was just thought it was all the lunar south pole and Schrodinger, but it comes to find out it's a little bit of both, or one or the other at times too. And then I got other little things. Sorry about that. I got a bunch of little stuff too, in between here. I don't title anything. I'm really bad at that. Terrible at that. Anyways, I'll let you go for now. I'll do another part later. Have a good morning. Good Tuesday. Till next time.